All right, welcome to this explainer. We're going to just skip the fluff today and dive straight into the absolute bedrock of modern education. We are unpacking exactly why integrity matters for students, and we're drawing this directly from university guidelines and assessment policies. So if you want to know what actually gives your degree its weight, well, you're definitely in the right place. I want you to just think about this for a second. You put in the late nights, the countless hours of reading, the rigorous studying, but what actually protects the value of all that hard work? When you finally walk across that stage and hold that qualification in your hand, what proves to employers and honestly to the rest of the world that it actually means something? The answer is an uncompromising standard of academic integrity, because without it, the entire system just collapses. Section 1. The value of integrity. You might think of academic integrity as this punitive trap just waiting to catch you out. But actually, scratch that. It's more like a baseline standard. To ensure a totally level playing field, institutions have to draw a hard line. Take UNISA, for instance. They require a mandatory academic integrity course for new students. It's basically a 5-part framework. It aligns you with the university's core values, defines what integrity actually looks like in a distance learning environment, hones those basic academic writing skills, helps you navigate the incredibly tricky new waters of ethical AI usage, and finally, it lays out exactly how misconduct is identified. This isn't just a bunch of red tape, it's about instilling the discipline and fairness that's absolutely vital for your professional future.
Section 2. Defining academic dishonesty.
Okay, so moving from those high-minded ideals to the gritty reality, what actually breaches these values? Well, first up is plagiarism. It's pretty straightforward. Taking the words, ideas, or thoughts of others and presenting them as your own. And make no mistake, institutional policies define this as outright theft. Whether you're just copy-pasting, faking bibliographic data, or paraphrasing without giving proper credit, it completely shatters that academic trust.
And then, of course, we have cheating. If plagiarism is stealing ideas, cheating is basically taking a sledgehammer to the machinery of the assessment itself. We're talking about doing assessments for someone else, copying during an exam, or even disseminating assessment info improperly. By doing any of this, you are actively undermining the entire process. But here's the thing, cheating has really evolved, hasn't it? We aren't just talking about glancing at a neighbor's paper in a dusty exam hall anymore. The digital age has birthed some incredibly modern, organized threats. Think about contract cheating, literally buying answers from so-called tutors online, or the rapid-fire spread of exam info across WhatsApp and Telegram groups. There's also dishonesty by proxy, where someone else takes the test entirely for you, and even the calculated tactic of intentionally submitting corrupt files just to stall for time. It is literally a high-tech arms race.
Section 3. Proctoring in the digital age. So with all these modern threats out there, how do universities actually fight back? Well, they deploy a pretty intense, high-tech arsenal to protect the weight of your qualification. Let's demystify some of this tech. First, they tackle originality using turn-in to sniff out fraud and ghostwriting. Then, they really lock down identity. Moodle proctoring uses facial recognition software right through your webcam during quizzes. And Iris? That provides automated facial verification that records your session and flags any suspicious behavior for human review. Finally, they use mobile apps like the Invigilator, which are specifically deployed to catch that proxy cheating we just talked about. I know, it sounds super intimidating, but these tools exist for one very clear reason: to guarantee the absolute credibility of your work.
Section 4. Fair and valid assessment.
Now, how do all these strict administrative rules and proctoring tools actually connect back to your learning? It really comes down to the CAPS framework and accurately measuring your unique abilities. Let's quickly break down 2 absolutely vital concepts. Fair assessment means transparency. It means the expectations are clear and your results are completely uninfluenced by your background, gender, or language. On the flip side, valid assessment means the test is actually measuring the specific concepts and skills it was designed to measure in the first place. An assessment absolutely must be both fair and valid, because if it's not, it honestly has zero educational worth.
Which brings us to a remarkably simple yet profound statement right out of the study guides. Assessment should be based on the learner's own work. I mean, think about it. For a test to actually help you out, to highlight your true strengths and pinpoint exactly where you need a bit more support, it has to be an authentic reflection of you. If it's not your work, the university simply can't map your progress, and ultimately, you miss out on the very growth you paid for.
Section 5. The honesty pledge. So how do all these abstract concepts of fairness and all those high-tech systems come together for you, the student? Well, they culminate in a very real, tangible commitment. Take a look at this actual honesty declaration document from a UNISA assignment. It explicitly states that your exam will not be marked without it. By signing this, you are literally and ethically drawing a line in the sand, declaring, "This is my original work, I haven't copied, I haven't shared." You are literally putting your name and your reputation on the line.
Which leaves us with this final lingering thought. We've gone through the rules, the digital threats, the facial recognition software, and those physical declarations. But at the end of the day, you really have to ask yourself, if your assessment isn't valid, if it doesn't actually reflect your own mind and your own hard effort, who are you really cheating? Because taking a shortcut today just means a massive deficit in your skills tomorrow. Ultimately, your integrity is the one and only thing that gives your education its true, lasting value. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning with focus and honesty.